I guess you can't go through 25, nearly 30 years of travel writing, travelling around the world on all forms of transport without accumulating some pretty interesting stories. Some of them you might only want to repeat in private company. There's plenty of silly ones, plenty of funny ones that I can think of just off the top of my head. I just completed a rather long cruise all the way across the top of Canada, Northwest Passage it's called. So I arrived at a little place called Kugluktuk, which was in the middle of nowhere, and the aircraft, ancient 737 with the old long Pratt & Whitney cigar-shaped engines, taxied up to the Clubhouse Aerodrome airport on the dirt runway, for heaven's sake. There's a reason for having dirt runways, by the way, because you can't have bitumen ones in the Arctic because they freeze and crack, and obviously you can't have mud and stuff. So anyway, dirt, hard-packed dirt was a thing. Anyway, we flew into Edmonton, which was a pretty long flight from way up there on the in the Arctic. So we're on our way to the hotel. I'm pretty tired by this stage, so I'm looking forward to getting to have a bit of shut-eye and a bit of a nap in the afternoon. Edmonton, beautiful town in the summer. Lots of things going on. Lots of motorbikes everywhere. People seem to be enjoying riding their motorbikes all over the joint. Lots of things to see and do, and Canadians are nice people. So here I was at the hotel, checked in. Nice hotel, Western Hotel, and lugged my bags up to the reception desk, and the very cheerful young lady's there ready to welcome me. And she says, "Oh, good. Hello, Sir Amy. Nice to see you back at the hotel, back at the Western Hotel. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, would you need a parking voucher?" "No, I don't need a parking voucher." "Oh, do you know about the breakfast specials?" "Oh, look, I'll be getting up really early for a taxi," because I had a taxi booked for something like 5 a.m. for the flight out of Edmonton the next morning. So she's rattling through all these things, which is a job, that's fine, all the promotional stuff, and if you join the club, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I've got a lovely room right on the top, which was the club level, so that was a nice thing. So, anyway, took a moment, have a look at the view, lovely. Okay, lie down, have a snap, close the blinds. Beep, 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 alarm goes off. Okay, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, start packing my bag. Next minute, koosh, the power goes out. And not just out of my room, but the whole floor. So I stick my nose out the door, and there's another couple of guests curiously sticking their respective noses out of their doors. What's going on? Power's out. Are we going to evacuate? What's going to happen? Anyway, the only power that I had in my room was for the telephone. Everything else, it's still 5 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black. Pick up the phone, ring reception. When's the power coming? Is the power coming back on? She said, oh no, we've got some maintenance going on. We've got some maintenance. And I did notice some maintenance when I came in. There was some tarpaulins up here and some scaffolding up here, and some rooms knocked, some of the ground floor stuff was blocked off. And she said, "Oh yeah, we've got some maintenance going on. Didn't you see the note on your desk? It said the power's going to be out at 5:30 in the morning." I'm going, "Huh? Really?" So I go to the desk, I look through, okay, here's the breakfast promotion, here's the club promotion, here's the parking voucher. 4 or 5 pieces of paper down. There's, by the way, power's going to be out while the maintenance is on. Thank you. After all the rigmarole that she went through at the reception as I was checking in, she neglected to mention that the power was going off in the morning. So I'm going, well, I've got to get packing because my taxi's going to be here for the airport. So I put a flashlight in my mouth, and here I am packing my bag with a flashlight in my mouth. Fortunately, I had a flashlight, not just trying to work it with the phone. Packed my bags. Everything's gone together. Fortunately, that was pretty quick. Then I ring down and I said, look, the power's out in the elevator. Remember, I'm on the top floor. Power's out in the elevator. Is that coming back on? Oh, might be on in an hour or so. I'm going, I got to get downstairs. Could you send someone up to help me? So this poor young guy has gone up 8-10 floors in the stairwell, knocks on the door, puffing and panting, but he's young, he's fit, thank goodness. Grabs my bags, I grab my carry-on and some other sundries, and we go down the stairwell, down the fire escape, slug, lug, 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 lug. You know, we've all been down the fire escape, and it's just raw concrete. And the lower we get, the closer we get to the construction that's going on the ground floor. And it's getting dusty and, you know, we're dragging lump, 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 lump. Anyway, we finally get to the ground floor, open the fire escape, and we look like, you know, we've had a flower fight in a bakery, like we're just covered in this concrete dust. And that's the way I went to the airport. But you just think that they could have told me that the power was going out and I would have had my bags down the night before.